everybody. Welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. I want to thank each and every one of you checking out the No Cover TV podcast. Look who's in the house right next to me. Johnny Guest is in the house. That's our guest for the day. Hey, what a pun. Okay, let's continue here. Well, thanks for watching all the shows and checking out all the audio shows that are on Spotify, which are now on YouTube, and all the great video shows we've been doing that are live on Facebook and YouTube. The day we shoot them and stays on YouTube. Get a lot of great views, but subscribe, people, so you can check out all the future shows coming up, all the great artists around the world, all genres and age groups. It's amazing music out there all over the place. You guys are just kicking ass. That's all I have to say right there. So I got to thank some people here. You know I do. I got to thank these special people for sending me artists to the show and getting their music and their story out there. I want to say a big thank you to Sandra out there at Della Para Entertainment, Round the Clock PR, SBM Global Media, Legion Entertainment, Zeus and Zeus Management, and of course, Kaipo Entertainment. I want to thank all of them for sending me their artists. It's a great thing. Let's get their music and stories out there. And you out there, get a hold of me. Emails right below scrolling. Website's down for now. I don't know what happened. I opened it up today and there was a glitch and it said, goodbye, Big Al. So I don't know. We got to figure it out. So I will indefinitely. So people, I'm catching my breath. You know what's going to happen next. My three favorite words, which are they? Support these artists. Go to their shows, pay a cover charge if there is one. Get to that swag table, get yourself a CD, an album, t-shirt, a hoodie, coffee mug, bumper sticker, keychain. Oh my, it goes down the list. Oh, they got a lot of stuff, yeah. Get to that stage and enjoy the show. See if you can stay afterwards and meet these great entertainers, artists right here, and see if you can get an autograph. You never know where they're going, and most of them head straight up to the top. That's right. Remember, these artists, entertainers love doing what they're doing to put a smile on your face, and your smile in return kicks back to them, puts a big old grin on their face or a smile. You just never know. It's a great thing. In the house today, Johnny Guest is in the house, and he's in my home state, Michigan. We're just trying to stay warm here, aren't we, Johnny?
Man, if I can thaw out just for a month or two in summer, I'm happy.
I agree, my friend. Thank you for coming on the podcast today, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So we're going to have a good time. You see, Johnny's got a guitar in his lap. It's possible we might be able to talk him into getting us a song or two. We'll see. We'll see how nice he is to us today and how nice we are to him. Yes. So, Johnny, you're listening to the music and stuff. Kick ass, brother. Wow. Excellent, my friend.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So
we sure give it everything we got.
It sounds like it. So we got quite a bit to talk about. We're going to go all over the board here, but everybody knows that what I need to do in the beginning of the show is I need to find out about Johnny, not the music, about Johnny. All right, I want to jump in your head and let's see what's in there, what I can find there.
Sounds good.
All right. Basically, I want to take you back to a young age because I read that you started very early with music, and that was around what, 5, 6, 7 years old?
Yeah, my oldest sibling had friends that played guitar, and he played guitar, always playing some Beach Boys or old country songs, or whatever it was, and rock and roll songs. And so I, like from an early age, very young, I was harmonizing along and learning these old songs, and had a great reverence for that era of music.
Right.
And that was kind of formational for me. And then I had this toy guitar. I think it had one good string on it. And,
right.
Had an idea for a song when I was 6 and wrote it down and in my left-handed scrawling. And
I love to hear.
Yeah. And, just kind of thumped it out on one string, sliding around until it made the sounds I was hearing in my head. And
okay.
I've been filling up notebooks since.
Okay. Well, the scribbling you did at 6 years old, do you remember even what that song's title was or what the was about?
Yeah, I still remember like the lyrical hook on it. It's kind of crazy, but at the time I was watching jet ski racing on ESPN, and they were in the ocean, and so they mark off this course with buoys, and they got to race around the buoys. But there was like 6-foot swells, and these guys are trying to go as fast as they can over these waves and jumping and stuff, and it looked so fun. I just wanted to do it. So that was the first song. Is about racing jet skis.
Racing jet skis. Okay. And you figured it out on the one string guitar.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, you got like
There you go.
No, no,
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
one of those.
That reminds me. Well, I took lessons for about 6 months, and the song I got first taught was called "TikTok." It was back and forth, 2 or 3 chords, and it pissed me off so bad I would just quit. I didn't want to learn that. That's not what I wanted to learn. But anyway,
Yeah,
okay. So 6 years old, and you got older siblings, younger siblings. How many sisters, brothers you got?
I'm the youngest of 5, actually.
Uh,
Yeah,
Youngest of 5. Boys, girls, mix.
yeah, it's a mixture.
It's a mixture. Are any of them musicians or singers or anything? Or is it just you?
Um, I guess I am the only one that wanted to do it full time.
You want to do it full time?
Yeah, there's always music in my house. My dad couldn't really sing all that well, but he danced like crazy, so there was always good music on, and anything
Right
from
on.
Johnny Horton to AC/DC because of my older siblings. So,
Oh, right.
um,
Did all your siblings have different taste in music?
I think Bob Seger was probably the common denominator,
Sure. Right on.
and I remember hearing that on vinyl echoing through the house. I'm like, what is that?
What is that?
Listening to Night Moves,
Right on.
and I remember the it must have been the Highway to Hell album from AC/DC on LP. So there's a big old picture of the band.
Right.
Came home and I remember my sister like kind of hiding it so our parents didn't see.
That's great. That's
Oh
great.
man, yeah. It was like the devil horns and all that stuff, and
I
yeah,
remember well.
yeah.
That's great. And so, were your parents? Well, you said Dad couldn't hold a tune, but he could dance really well.
Yeah, they love dancing and like ballroom dancing or
Oh, cool.
swing dancing, western
Wow.
swing, waltzes, like the organized dancing where people actually cry and not just have a seizure.
Right. And pretty much
Yeah,
that's what they do nowadays. Is just wow, there's another seizure going on. What do you
yeah,
call that one?
yeah. So that kind of dancing.
That's
Um,
cool.
yeah, and he got into that before line dancing ever was even thought of.
Wow.
And he was kind of disappointed because he wanted to go out dancing, doing his thing, and then everybody starts doing this line dance to "Achy Breaky Heart,"
Oh no
and
no
he's
no.
like, "Y'all are in my way, man. I want to go spinning around."
I
So
take up the
I
floor.
think he came around eventually, but yeah,
Right. Came around eventually. Okay. So you pluck away at that one string plastic guitar when you're 6. Okay.
yeah.
When you get a little older, when did you get your first big size real guitar?
I was 10, and it's actually, let's see, it's right there, hanging on the wall.
It's right there.
Yeah, that is a Giannini made in Italy, I think it is.
Okay.
Classical guitar, and I don't know how many hours I put on that thing.
Unreal.
It's a nylon string guitar, so it was really easy on the fingers, but it
Yeah.
had a 2x4 for a neck, so it really helped me with my hand placement. I couldn't reach anything unless I had my hand placed just so. On
Right. Right.
skinny neck, you can get away with bad hand
Get right
placement.
over it. Yeah.
Come to find out, that was a real blessing. Um,
Because you're already stretched
uh,
out.
yeah,
You're ready. Yeah.
yeah. So I took lessons the summer I turned 10, and then kind of let it slide, and then summer I turned 11, I took lessons during just the summer,
All
and
right.
after that I never stopped playing, and just
Never stop.
yeah, I got my first electric when I was 12, and then it would be headphones after
Right.
school. I'd be listening to the radio, and then I'd have my amp on just loud enough so I could hear both at the same time.
There you go.
And then I was figuring out song after song after song. So about halfway through the song, I could play along with it,
Oh, really?
no matter what the rhythm was doing. Yeah.
Well,
And it'd
that's
take longer to figure out solos and such, but yeah.
okay. Was there any songs that you were learning back then that you played over and over and just drove your siblings or parents nuts?
Oh, yeah. So when I was, let's see, I would have been 12, and one of my siblings moved back to Michigan and for a little bit stayed at the house until they
Right.
got their own place. And we always had like this kind of rivalry going, so I put my
Uh,
amplifier at the bottom of the stairs. And I
oh,
really thought this out. I put it at the bottom of the stairs, and her bedroom was upstairs. So it was at the bottom of the stairs, and I cranked it all the way, and I played Barracuda by heart just as loud as I could
really?
at about 8 a.m. My mom was
Oh,
already up.
okay.
So this is how strategical I was getting.
Ooh.
She was up, so she was only mildly annoyed, but my older sister was dead asleep. And so I, you know,
There, that's it.
and it's echoing through the upstairs of the house, and man, it was great. But I did it when I was downstairs, like so I could put the guitar down and run
Right. I was
and
thinking.
evade capture. So I hid behind mom.
Right, I was thinking, what was your escape plan? How are you going to survive the next year?
Yeah. Pretty soon I went through puberty, and then I could lift her up over my head.
There you go. Don't even come near me.
Yeah. Don't be storming the castle.
Right. Now, did you were you in band or choir in school at all? Did you do any music in schooling?
Fifth grade I started on the stand-up bass, which was really
Sure.
cool.
Oh
And
yeah.
I don't have one, but I love to grab one and plunk around on
Yeah, why not?
them. But my band teacher, who was also very short, and I was a little kid, but you put them in the zipper case, and then there's shoulder straps, right? So you
Right.
put it on your shoulder, and then I'd have to carry it down the stairs in school and then out to the parking lot. So she heard me walking down the steps, and she heard that bass hit every one of those steps. Clunk, clunk, clunk. And about halfway down, I couldn't stop it. Halfway down the steps, I hear her yell, "Guest, you're going to be on violin next week." I'm like, "No, not violin." And I tried it, but it was like, it's going to sound gross, but if you had a steamroller and a bunch of cats and you were running them over really slow,
Right.
that's me on violin.
That's great. It's killing the cat.
Oh, poor cats. Yeah.
Right.
It was killing my ears and my parents' ears, so it
Oh,
didn't last very long.
it did last. Well, you gave it a shot, brother. You did. That's great. All right. So, you took some lessons and stuff, and you're getting older and stuff. I'm not going to say you never mastered the guitar, but when did you feel you were comfortable with it pretty damn good? What age?
Well, it took a while to figure out the style I wanted to go for, because I
Sure.
loved Van Halen and Rush, and those bands were huge when I was coming up. But the songs that really pulled me in were more on the Springsteen end of things.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I always had the lyric ideas and the melodies, and so I enjoyed a bunch of different kind of music, but I always wanted the music I wrote to be the vehicle for the story to ride along in.
Sure. Okay, I got you. All right.
So yeah, my young songs, or songs I wrote when I was young, were overly complicated and very creative, but like hard to follow, and and that was like the Van Halen Rush side of me coming out.
Right, adding too much to it.
And but so by the time I was in the 7th grade, so 12 or 13, something like that, I put together my first band. It was a trio, and we were terrible. And it was the best thing ever,
You're a rock star.
Yes, we were in the drummer's basement because nobody wanted to carry drums. We always go to the drummer.
Right, I know.
But if your son's a drummer, you always know where he is.
That's true.
There's a plus in there somewhere.
Right.
You might not be able to watch TV ever, but or take a phone call at home.
Right. So you put a trio together in high school. Did you ever get out of the basement and play any garages or parties? Yeah.
Yeah, we did. And let's see, my next band, we did a lot of barn dances, and we were playing like the rock of the day, some U2 and
Oh, okay.
NXS, things like that.
Okay.
Still writing our own stuff. And then once junior high ended, then that band kind of split up.
Okay.
So I started up a different effort in high school, and my best buddy was a bass player, and we found several drummers actually over the course of high school.
Oh, well.
And we played all over the place. We did like Boys and Girls Club
Oh, well.
was our first gig, I think, and then like community center type things, like
Right.
they'd have entertainment for whomever,
You're right.
things like that. Farmers market, just things where
Farmers.
the to get in was like a low bar.
Right.
And we weren't asking for money, so it was easy to get those gigs. And
You get
so
those
we'd
gigs.
go in and play and play like it meant something,
There you go.
even if there was no money in it. So
Right. So now, did that band last after you graduated, or did it stop in high school?
no, I stayed in the hometown, and everybody else flew the coop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 18 hits, life starts. We got to get a job. We got to go to
Yeah.
college, start a family, whatever we're going to do. Did you ever set the guitar down for your work, or did you always continue performing?
Well, even if I wasn't performing, I always had something musical going on. So when I
Sure.
turned 19, I decided to teach guitar,
Oh, nice.
and got a bunch of students together, and it was great. I loved it. Loved
Oh,
teaching,
man.
conveying all the concepts that music has
Sure.
for us, man. It's really cool to see the light bulb go off.
Right. Oh,
You
yeah.
explain something just right. So I did that for over 30 years, and I still have a student or two floating around here and there.
Oh, real cool, man.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's jump ahead a little bit. Let's get to present day. How long has this project been going on? The Johnny Guest project been going on?
Well, so to get personal, I was in a bunch of bands as a side guy for,
Okay.
I don't know, 7 years. I had my last band that I fronted was called Johnny Guest and the Automatics, and we put out a full-length record, which is out there and streamable. We toured all over Michigan. Before that was an original band, and we toured Michigan and Canada a little bit.
Nice.
But I was a side guy in that one. So the Automatics I fronted, and then I developed really serious asthma, and I wound up on like 4 different asthma meds.
Oh, damn.
For the period of about 5-7 years, something like that. I just couldn't sing lead anymore. I could harmonize a little bit, and then things would go bad. So I was on 4 asthma meds, and then a couple to control like the side effects of asthma.
Sure.
meds.
Jesus. Wow, brother.
Yeah. And then in the last couple of years, I started to really look at and analyze when it was happening, when things were getting wheezy and all that stuff. So we figured out that it's a gluten allergy of some sort, or an allergy to whatever they put on wheat products.
Okay.
So once I figured that out, I was like, I have my voice back. I can't
Right.
believe it. It was totally different, and felt a lot better. So now I'm singing lead like 4 sets a night again.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
And no asthma meds.
No
Feeling pretty good. Just with the diet change. So
Right.
if anybody's suffering, I would encourage you to look at the diet big time.
Definitely. What you eat can affect your health in a big way. So, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, my friend. Okay. So now, you're a country artist, right? More contemporary country artist, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it's somewhere in between country and rock.
Yeah.
I call it Rust Belt country.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
My folks are from Arkansas, so I was raised with Southern sensibilities. And
Nice.
even though I don't have the twang in my voice so much, I got all the idiosms in there.
Right.
My mom's got a one-liner for everything. all the
Yeah,
time.
I love those kind
Yeah.
of people. That's great. So I'm sure the parents are very happy you went down this road instead of being a Van Halen tribute band.
Well, for the longest time, so my dad always encouraged me play some country, and I always thought country's lame. It was at the time it'd be like '90s country, which in retrospect was killer songwriting and
Right.
musicianship and everything. But it just wasn't long hair,
Yeah.
bangs teased up to here and stuff. So it just seemed really lame at the time. It wasn't
Right.
but overall, it wasn't the sound in my head.
There we go.
And nowadays, being at a seasoned age, the sound in my head has changed again, and artists do that.
Right. Well, we do.
So we try to capture what we're hearing, and a lot of times it's coming out more simple chord structures and more day-to-day life stories and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. Good deal. So why don't we, before we get any further, you tell everybody out there where they can find your music and you and what you're about and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So website is johnnyguestmusic.com. That's an easy go-to, and there's links to everything there. But Facebook, Instagram, I only flirt with other platforms. Those are the two biggies for me.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So, but all the streaming platforms, we have music out there. We just released a love song. It's called "You Know the Tune." And that one is inspired by my relationship with my wife.
Okay, that would be a great song.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's cute. I like it.
Yeah, it's cute.
I really like it because I got to co-write with a couple of great songwriters on that one.
Who was the female in it singing?
Will you believe me if I tell you?
I guess.
So that was my wife singing on that.
I was going to ask, was it your wife? Beautiful voice. Beautiful.
Yeah. And so she grew up singing with her siblings in church and choirs and things like that, and they harmonize together so beautifully. It's they could be their own little gospel band somewhere.
Right.
But my wife Miriam, and although her voice is it's like ambrosia to my ears.
Really the wow factor.
Yeah, she doesn't like singing in front of folks. So when she sees the eyeballs coming back,
run.
Not so much. Yeah, so we did the studio work, and when I play that one live, I'll just adjust the lyrics for a solo performance.
Sure. Definitely. That's cool. That's cool. Before we get any farther, this is killing me. Can we get a song out of you, Johnny?
I think we can.
Let's do it. Awesome. Yeah. Johnny Guest perform a song for us.
You got one in mind, or?
No, I let you pick the songs, Johnny.
Okay.
We'll see what he's got for us.
Do you want something special, like unreleased?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do something unreleased.
Okay. This one we just tracked down in Nashville. And it is called Before You Leave, and it's really, if you've ever had a string of Mondays, and it's either like hop in the car and remove yourself from the situation, or maybe go to prison, then this is your song.
Okay, here we go.
Maybe it's my allergic reaction to bull spit. It's got me out on this old beach road tonight. I wish all of life's problems could be fixed by an engine, some wheels, and a midnight ride. And I know full well this two-lane road goes nowhere. Just like my soul, it wanders the coast, chasing water. Too many days I feel my mind trapped and battered about the things they want us to believe, and the crap that don't matter. So let's pack a bag, start it up, and grab a gear, and leave behind all those tired fears. I'm gonna cut the heart right on my sleeve. You don't have to know where you're going before you leave. Just a little sample of that one.
I like that. Nice. And that's going to be on the new EP or new single coming out?
Yeah, we're gonna finish up the editing, mixing, mastering in February.
Oh,
And
nice.
then
Close.
figure out our release schedule. Our next single is coming out Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's a song that's near and dear to my family. And it's called Flowers Do.
Flowers Do.
Yep, and it
Like
was
that.
it's kind of an ode to my big sister. Who was my childhood hero. She came back from the Army when I was about 6, and she could bust
Wow.
out 100 push-ups, no sweat, because she was really mouthy in the Army.
Ooh.
And that rebellious nature runs pretty strong. But anyway, so I always looked up to her, and she was diagnosed with stomach cancer just before her 64th birthday.
Yeah.
And so I had to write songs. I wrote about 6 songs, and none of them really conveyed what I was trying to get to. So I arrived at Flowers Do. I was able to sort of sing it for her on her birthday, surrounded by family. Cousins came in and everything, and it was really beautiful to be able to do that. Yeah. So, and then she passed a year ago, January, or so. Yeah, a little over a year ago now.
Okay. Well, that meant the world to her. You know that. Definitely, my friend. Definitely. And she's always with you. She's always with you on this journey. Yeah, my friend, she is. She is. So I want to hold this up, and I want a response from this right here. ISSA Awards. You are nominated.
Yeah, first time for that. It's pretty cool.
In 6 categories, I think it is.
Something like that, man. I don't know.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. Cool organization too, and then it's not often that you have a really cool organization like that that's supportive of independent artists.
Great people. Great artists, great people. Get to know the artists, and someday, hopefully, maybe collaborate with them, or vice versa. Most definitely.
Yeah, I definitely want to do some more co-writing.
Definitely. So you got my vote, and I'm up for a couple. How about voting for me, brother?
Very cool.
That'd be cool. So now you mentioned recording. What studio are you using now? It looks like you got a little studio at home right here. Are you going somewhere else to lay these tracks down?
Yeah, we've been working with Ken Royster at Direct Image Sound.
Okay.
In Nashville, and he did the Hurricane record with Luke Combs.
Oh.
And went, platinum and all that stuff, and trillion streams. I don't know. I get lost in the numbers. I just know it was an amazing record and deserves all the accolades. Yeah, but Ken is like, he's like the drill sergeant, man. So we had to level up for sure to be in his presence in the studio.
Right. And that's great.
Yeah, I think the tracks that we captured are really, really good. We've never sounded better as a band.
Good.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
So now the Johnny Guest is a trio.
Well, the band I have at the moment, I've had for the last year and some months, was a trio.
Okay.
We are looking to expand, either for specific shows or maybe full time. Who knows?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking. Well, like my ideal is probably like Chris Stapleton and his wife are up there harmonizing like peanut butter and jelly, and So that kind of musical
Definitely.
synergy would be pretty phenomenal. As a lead singer in this trio and rhythm guitar player and lead guitar player, I'm pretty much stuck behind a mic stand, and so I'm looking to, find ways to grow and be more
Sure.
engaging and things like that. So a solid musician who's, holding things down. Maybe I can get the guitar on the stand
There
now and
you go.
then and move around more,
Sure.
things
Why
like
not?
that.
Now, are you doing a lot of solo gigs too, or is it just strictly the band?
I do a mixture. Yeah. I try to keep our weekends for just the band
Sure.
and then, solos. But it's interesting because as a solo artist, like you can do whatever you want,
Pretty much.
whenever
Yeah.
you want. If you get a request on a song, I think I can do that one. Then
Thank
you
you.
can just wing it,
Well,
and
that's
usually it
right.
comes out pretty good.
They
With the
don't know.
band, we have to rehearse and be
True.
diligent, but I tell you what, my guys will follow me right off the cliff if
That's great.
I make
Good.
a weird musical decision on the fly. They're listening. They're ready to go.
There's something behind this.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. No parachute. We're just diving.
There you go. Are you guys playing out quite a bit?
Yeah, we are. Well, last year we did, I think it was 90 shows.
Hell yeah. Good going.
This year we're hoping to do fewer shows, but broaden our travels a little bit.
Right on, right on. Now, is it mostly the smaller venues, or are you been able to do some festivals and bigger gigs, bigger stages?
Yeah, we've done a few larger venue type things. It's excellent. It's really fun. I love having a space to move around and engage with folks.
Yeah, definitely.
The small venues, it's more intimate, so it's just a different kind of experience for both audience and the band.
Very true.
Yeah, but locally, there's only a couple bigger venues until you do get into the summer months. So
right, true.
I love every way you could perform in front of people. I always find something fun to do.
Yeah. Now, does anybody helping you with PR work, or is it just you?
It's mainly just me. I've partnered with Big Records. Started last fall.
Okay.
And they have the band and myself on a trajectory, getting things moving in a good way that either I just don't know how to do or don't have the time to do. As far as like streaming numbers and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So we're trying to be really precise with how we're promoting songs and playlisting and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Big Records is pretty cool. People.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, my friend. All right. When do I want to get another song? We will get another song. I'm going to ask some fun questions. Can we do that right now?
Sure.
All right. Let's have some fun. All right. Okay. On this question here, I'm going to let you have two answers. Okay. We're going to think kind of around the world a little bit here. What two stages anywhere in the world you want to jump on and perform?
Yeah. Red Rocks.
Hell yeah.
Yep. And let me think. Another one. Probably something iconic, like either something cool, like I don't even know if it exists anymore, but like the Stone Pony, or Grand Ole Opry would be pretty neat.
Grand Ole Opry. Yeah, I can see you up there.
Why not swing big?
Might as well go over there. Heck yes, my friend. I don't see why both of those can't happen in your journey, my friend. Oh, definitely. You love Red Rocks. Acoustics there is awesome. Incredible. Yeah. Definitely. All right, let's jump to the next question here. Two answers on this one. These are people. Person that's alive, person that has passed away. Since you were a kid, who in your heart have you always wanted to step up to the mic with and perform with?
One who's passed away, I would say Buddy Holly.
Hey, I like that. I haven't heard that. Nice.
Yeah, he was archetypical for modern guitar songs.
Yeah.
He sang and then he played a solo, and then he sang and then he played a solo.
Right on.
And that really taught me to have a conversation with all of our parts.
Yeah.
That's been a lot of topic lately in our band, like preparing for the studio. It's like I want each part of ours and the lead vocal to just take turns, so that
All
everything can take the highlight, or take the spotlight for a little
right.
bit, you
Sure.
and then somebody who's alive. Man, I think somebody like Luke Combs would be pretty cool, or Chris Stapleton.
Oh, there you go.
Have kind of similar ranges and timbres, and I think it'd be pretty wild to
That,
harmonize with those guys.
that would be cool. That would be cool. So, well, keep those on the back burner. You just
Yeah,
never know, my
you never know.
friend. You don't ever know in this business. Stranger things have happened, that's for sure. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, this question I love to hear the answer. Well, I love to hear all the answers, but this one's special to me. Now you've played in a lot of bands since you were young, all the way up to what you're doing now. You've stepped foot on some big stages, smaller venues. What do you
Mhm.
think the biggest crowd is that you've played for?
It's about 25,000 people.
All right, that's a good
Yep.
crowd, nice crowd. That's a good crowd. All right,
Yeah.
let's go to that show in our head. All right, you step foot on that stage, you start performing, and people are looking at you. They're starting to swing and sway a little bit. They might even be dancing. I don't know. But most of all, you may see them singing back to you your songs. When you look out along that wave of people out there and see this happening, how's it hit Johnny in the heart and make you feel?
For me, I feel connected.
Yeah,
I feel like we're all in the same place at the same time, enjoying the same thing, and that feels connected to me. Yeah. So in that situation, it was Rib Fest in Kalamazoo. I was a side guy. I was playing bass in a
okay.
cover band, well-known cover band around, and we were doing like all 70s classic rock because we were opening up for Eddie Money.
Okay,
And yeah, it was a great time.
I bet.
But yeah, we first song we did was All Right Now by Free. And there's a whole lot of music in there that has no bass guitar in it. And so I was like, well, I can't just sit here like a bump on a log. So I was clapping my hands, I'm dancing around, I'm getting people, up and moving. And while the singers, wondering why everybody's responding so well too.
You're getting all
But
the attention.
anyway, yeah, we try to do what we can. So I kind of miss that aspect of being a side guy where I can move
Sure.
around. I'm not always on the mic.
Number one position, exactly. That was great. All right, before we continue on, can we please get one more song? Please, Johnny.
Sure.
All right, let's see
Sure.
Johnny Guest here doing another song.
Let's do this one.
Sure.
Another unreleased song, just for you.
Another. Hey, all right.
I'm not supposed to tune by ear live on a microphone, but
It's your show, brother.
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's right.
All right. Let's see. Breathing out, breathing deep, shaking off the winter sleep. Spring has sprung, my depression comes undone. Oh, I'm coming alive again, face to the sunshine again. Gonna raise the dust to where God only knows. This is where the rubber meets the road. Let the good times roll me away. Let the good times roll me away. Let the good times roll me away, 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 away. Oh, I'm coming Gonna race the dust to where God only knows. This is where the rubber meets the road.
Oh yeah, I like that, Johnny. Nice. Another new surprise nobody's heard. Oh yeah. I like that, brother. I like that. We got a few more minutes before we got to get out of here. I got a few more questions for you, my friend. All right, let's lay this one on you. Now, I want you to think back of all your performances, all the hundreds of performances you've done since you were young to today to whenever. Think hard, and you need to be honest with me.
Okay.
Any embarrassing moments on stage you want to talk about?
Oh. Is this a G-rated show or?
It's rated R now, brother.
Okay. Yeah. In the Automatics, we were playing playing a place called Smitty's that's no longer there anyway, but we're playing along and a couple ladies come in and this one gal comes right up on stage and tongue kisses me as I'm singing.
Oh, bad.
And I was kind of taken aback, but like once she like removed her face from my face, I just kept on singing, like no big deal. And I just, in my head, I'm thinking, another day in the office. No big deal. Just to kind of keep myself cool about it and not mess up the words and forget the song and all that stuff, because a guy can get derailed. And later on, we're talking to the owner, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but some girl came up and kissed me like mid-song. It was the funniest thing. And he's like, oh, yeah, she's got AIDS. Yeah, sorry about that.
What?
I was like, what? He totally got me.
He got you
totally
bad.
Got me. Oh! So that was kind of embarrassing.
Oh. A, I thought he was going to say it was his wife.
He probably could have, yeah.
Or B, I'm thinking your wife is going to come up behind you and knock you the hell out.
Yeah. Yeah. She would probably. She's pretty tough.
Yeah, same with mine. I don't get away with much anymore, that's for sure.
I just stopped trying to get away with anything. That worked out pretty good for me.
Right, and I try to tell her I can't control what other people do. I can only defend myself and just hope to God it's innocent.
Right.
Oh my goodness! All right, before we get out of here, 2 more questions.
Sure.
Let's go 5 years from now. Where do you want to see Johnny Guest in the band? Touring?
Yeah, we'll be doing some touring. Probably down the East Coast and to Florida.
Good deal.
A lot more songs released, and more on the back burner. I mean, I've got songs coming out of my ears, man.
You've been right such a long time. I want to see you get that very first song back out and try to get it laid down.
But the jet skis, I don't know.
Yeah, the jet skis. Let's do it.
There's some ideas that are worth pursuing.
There you go. There you go, my friend. All right, one last question here before we're out of here. And do you have any kids?
I do.
You do? All right. Well, this is for them out there. You got any advice for these youngsters out there that want to do what we do?
To do what we do, either be obsessed or call it a hobby.
Yeah, right.
If it's just fun and you enjoy it here and there, or just do it at church, whatever, play in church, that's totally great. If you're going to be at a professional level, you absolutely have to be obsessed, and you cannot educate yourself enough about music. There's so much to know; it is limitless. And distractions. So obsess on music and don't let distractions get in the way. So like video games, like everybody loves a dopamine
rush.
But it's not what a successful person does.
No. Playing video games isn't a life. Not at all.
Yeah. No,
Definitely.
and that should be the hobby. And so have an obsession, a healthy obsession where you can feed your brain and plot your course in life.
I
And
agree.
man, that's powerful stuff. That's how
It
you
is.
change your life.
It is. Music is very powerful. All genres definitely is all powerful. Most
Mm-hmm.
definitely, my friend. Johnny Guest, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming on the podcast today. Thank you, my friend. I want you back 6 months or a year, see what's going on. All right.
I'd love to touch base. Yeah,
Yeah, if you're
absolutely.
up my way or I'm down your way, let's connect, brother. We're not too far away.
Oh man, we just need some shows down there is all.
Right, exactly. Well, we'll see what I can do. All right.
Let me know.
I will, Johnny. Great. All right, Johnny, this is your show. Anybody want to say hi to, hey to out there before we get out of here?
Hi mom.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mom. There we
Hey
go. All
mom.
right.
I'll make sure she watches to the end that way, you know.
There we go. You gotta watch all the way to the end, Mom. That's great. All right, Johnny Guest is in the house, everybody. Now you can go check out Johnny's music. It's all over the place. And where can I find you again?
JohnnyGuestMusic.com, and Instagram is at Johnny Guest Music. Facebook, same thing, Johnny Guest Music.
You'll figure it out. I know you're all smart enough to do that.
Oh yeah.
I hope. So until next time, check out all the shows, the great shows we got coming up. We got a big lineup ahead of us all around the world. Here we go. All right, Johnny, you have a good one. Stay warm down there in Bay City, Michigan. All right, brother?
We'll do our best.
All right. We're out of here, folks. Till next time. Peace. We're out of here.